Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and into 3D printing, photography and drones, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you won't miss anything. It's been a long time since the last time I've uploaded something. It was probably summer. 2 months have passed with no upload. I know. I mean, I upload whenever I'm free, and in between business like work and kids, it's been crazy couple of months. So hopefully I'll be back and try to upload more consistently, also because I have a bunch of stuff to review, lasers, kind of resins, some filament and 3D printers that are on the way. So I have lots of like workload from the back. Today we're going to talk about a special kind of resin which I found really good. But let's roll the intro first and let's talk about it. RedWaxLike by Nova 3D. It's a great 3D printing resin. It's amazing for casting jewelry. It's amazing for 3D printing. That's what I've tested for. And what I loved about this resin is that it works perfectly with the standard setting of a regular 3D printer. I didn't have to tune my Elfin Elfin 2 Mono SE to any kind of setting. I just like left the standard setting of their slicer, and prints came out really nice. This kind of red leaves let's say a salmon pinkish. I'm gonna give you close-ups of these, like just have a look at the details that come out. I mean, the printer is good, but you need to have a performing resin to have this kind of level of details. And we will get into deep on the details with the close-up later on. But I must say that the quality and the price point that Nova 3D came out with is simply amazing. I mean, right now you can buy 1 kilogram for less than 40 euros, which is kind of $40. And I must say that like what it delivers left me really amazed in terms of quality, of details, and in terms of the easiness of use. I mean, I always try to think how the people who just are new to this, how do they approach that? I mean, would they be concerned about exposure time? And I've always been afraid about like putting hands on those settings, especially the first couple of years I was into 3D printing. But then after a while I understood how they were, so I relate to the beginners who approach resin printer, and I must say that this is like a winning horse for them, because it's like very easy to print and it delivers very high quality results. Of course, I mean, this is not the best like top resin of all resins. I mean, there's resins who cost 10 times more, and there's a reason for that. This is a consumer resin, probably the best consumer resin that I've tried so far. I would like to thank Nova 3D for sending me this to test it out. I've been trying Nova 3D resins for a long period of time. I've tested many different resins, and when the printer is like set like in a perfect way, results are like really visible. And I was intrigued to test this like WaxLike, and I realized soon that it's not a proper like wax like resin. I mean, it kind of looks a little bit like wax, but very slightly. I don't know if the translation adapts to what they wanted to transmit with that, but I must say that it holds pretty well. Suggestion of printing were not to go less than 0.05 millimeters, and that's usually a bit more than what I print. I usually print in 0.03 millimeters per layer, but that means faster prints, of course. What I've noticed is that when you print little things, I've printed like large things and very small things like this one. This is A Nightmare Before Christmas skeleton, and you can see how the details are all there. Something I must say, this is the third one I did because my kids got it, fell on the floor and it broke in pieces. So what I've noticed is that with thin, very thin parts, they tend to break a lot. I mean, if they fall on the floor, they break. But on the other side, when printing larger stuff like these two Rick and Morty set, which are amazing models from Cult 3D, I'm gonna link all these models in the description. They came out really, really smooth. I mean, details are all there, and take into consideration it's like 10-15% less of our normal print time with the other kind of resins. Something I wanted to test is this cube that I found on Printables, which is a new alternative to Thingiverse, I'm sure you already know. And this is a test cube for a Prusa resin printer, which is a really huge stress test for the printer. And I must say, this was the first one I did without changing any setting, and it's printed at 0.03. And the results, guys, as you can see, it halted like really, really well. I found some instructions that told me to, like, they were suggesting to put the temperature of the resin over a certain degree before using it to make it more, you know, fluid and liquid. I didn't do that because I don't have a kettle to warm it. It's October here in Italy, it's still hot, so the room was set like to 22-23 degrees, so ambient temperature, it worked fine. So I didn't find that need, and I'm sure you would not notice any difference if you bring it higher, probably on toughness at the end, but I'm not that sure. I mean, I'm not that technical, I cannot give you that advice, but it worked fine without heating it for me. I also printed this ghost here, like self-standing ghost. I didn't wash, I'm still waiting for my wash and cure to arrive, so I'm washing it in a IKEA salad washer, so I can't clean them very well. But this, like, it's like printed solid and it came out really nice. I mean, you can see like probably that wax effect that they say. This really looks like, you know, silk. It looks like textile material, and I mean, it came out really nice. I mean, my kids love it. They can't wait for me to finish this video to like get it and paint it and start playing with it, because tomorrow is Halloween. So that said, I mean, I can easily suggest this resin to all the beginners who get close to resin printer because of its easiness of printing. There's a bunch of resins out there. There's new resins coming every day. I mean, Nova 3D is putting an effort. They came out on the market a couple of years ago with two amazing printers. One is the LK4 Mono SE, which I love, and it's my go-to resin printer when I have to print something and I want it to be reliable. I know exactly what setting to use with that, and they come out perfectly. So all the effort they put on 3D printers, on resin printers, they're putting on their products, on their resin, and they did a really, really good job. So all my support to that. I mean, they know Nova 3D, they know that when I'm critique about something, I let them know. I usually write them an email before getting out with the review, telling them beforehand what's wrong with the product or what's good with the product. So they know I try to be fairly even and objective, because I was on the other side watching tutorials before starting, and I wanted them to be as honest as possible. That was all for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button if you did like the video, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next video, hopefully soon.